My friend once told me about this state of limbo, a liminal space. She felt trapped inside it for a long time, lifted in suspension, not rising nor falling. She went on an expedition alone to conquer this feeling. However, the result was that it was not a feeling at all, but a real experience. She told me it felt like a journey that was only touching upon places. No real destination and no real route. A rotating circle. Imagine a drawing of a circle rotating. You can't see anything. No start, no finish.
This is an accident, you see. Somebody maybe drank wine or beer this morning. What a shame. Too many accidents in Israel. Because people are not concentrating, especially women. They are driving, they have the headphone, they have to make some lipstick. And the men also, they are talking. You see, instead of concentrating on the road, they have a lot of other things to do with the driving. This is why they make a lot of accidents. Transportation, as you can see here in many countries and parts of the country, we are developing the train and we are building new motorways like this is. So there are too many cars in Israel. This is my what I think. 2.5 more cars in Israel. Are you okay? Listen, I don't have to speak so much. I can shut my face also if you want. If you want a little bit relaxation or see the view. And again, if you have any questions, I am with you till late afternoon. I'd be glad to answer your questions.
Filming lots, and then we've got a whole day at sea, which is perfect for filming all day and getting the majority of the footage that I need. So, good night.
I can tell you that there is one person that is to blame that we are here, and this is Moses. Have you heard of Moses? When Moses, I asked my rabbi, why did Moses lead us from Egypt to Canaan, or what do you call Palestine? And he told me that when Moses went up to the Mount of Sinai, he was very old man. Not only was he old, but he couldn't speak very well. This is why he took his brother Aaron. He stood for a half hour, but he couldn't hear very well, and the Lord told him, take my people to the land of Canada. And he didn't hear very well. He heard Canaan. And since then we are suffering. Canada is a beautiful country. It's a little bit cold, but there is a lot of fresh water, and there are no enemies. Wonderful. Anyhow, this is probably one of the reasons that we have to take care and to fight for full independence, because there are many mistakes that the state of Israel and the government are making. But if you don't do anything, you don't make any mistakes. If somebody is doing something, you make also sometimes mistakes. Anyhow, it is very difficult, the situation for us.
She told me it felt like a journey that was only touching upon places. No real destination and no real route. A rotating circle.
That's why we do have a lot of strikes. That's why we have a lot of big demonstrations. That's why we have people block the roads and block the police stations, and a lot of the strikes all around.
We have to pay taxes. I don't know how in Great Britain you army is now professional, it's not obligatory. But in Israel you have enemies we don't have. Maybe some people from Ireland or Wales or Scotland, but they are no danger. Like we have problems here in the last 100 years. As I said, I'm not going to give you a lecture, but it is very difficult. And if you ask me, as your Israeli tour guide and a Jew, I don't see the light in the tunnel for peace. It will take years, I believe, to reach. It's very difficult, this political situation, especially as you know, what they call the Arab Spring in countries like Libya, Indonesia, Egypt, Syria. I don't know what the spring it is, but nevertheless, there are a lot of changes now in the Middle East.
Attention, please, this is your captain speaking from the bridge. I would like to give you some navigational information as well as the weather forecast, something very interesting for all of us.
Anyhow, you are very fortunate not to live in the Middle East.
and stuff. But I guess it's just today when the whole day was at sea, and it's just a really, I don't like the feeling at all about being like trapped in the middle of the ocean for a whole day. Like we're still in the middle of the ocean. It's gonna be, we're only gonna arrive there in the morning.
Imagine a drawing of a circle rotating. You can't see anything. No start, no finish.